Hello everyone, this is your virtual biology teacher Deepti Nair and welcome to BioBench. This is my first lesson for you all, chapter 6, Life Processes, grade 10th. So let's get started. What are the life processes? The different kinds of processes which are needed by our body for survival and maintenance. So all these are considered as a life process. So in this chapter, we are going to see about the 4 different life processes: nutrition, respiration, excretion, and transportation. So 4 life processes have to be seen in detail. Let's start with the first life process, nutrition. So what is nutrition? The process by which an organism takes in food, utilizes it is called as nutrition. What is the need for nutrition? We need nutrition for energy because we can do various kinds of activities. And what energy is supplied by the nutrients. So there are two words, nutrition and nutrients. Nutrients provide us energy and the mode of intake of nutrient is called as nutrition. Organisms need various raw materials for the growth and these raw materials are provided by the nutrients. Next, what are nutrients? The materials which provide nutrition to an organism are called as nutrients. What are the different kinds of nutrients which are present? There are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So these 3 nutrients are required in a very large amount for our body. So they are called as macronutrients. What are they called? Macronutrients. Now coming to minerals and vitamins. They are needed in very small amount. So they are called as micronutrients. So there are 2 types of nutrients, macronutrients, micronutrients. Now coming to the modes of nutrition. What are the 2 modes of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. Very easy. From primary you are learning about it. Autotrophic, heterotrophic. Now autotrophic nutrition. So here you can see a diagram is given. The mode of nutrition in which an organism prepares its own food is called as autotrophic nutrition. So who can prepare? Green plants can prepare. Blue-green algae can also prepare their own food. Now, the organisms which can prepare their own food are called as autotrophs. If a question comes, what are autotrophs? You have to specify the organisms which can prepare their own food are called as autotrophs and they follow the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So it is fulfilled by the process by which they intake carbon dioxide, water and convert it into carbohydrate in the presence of chlorophyll, and sunlight is called as photosynthesis. Now, green plants prepare their own food, like I said earlier. The food is prepared in the presence of sunlight. Sunlight provides energy, carbon dioxide and water are the raw materials, and chloroplast is the site where the food is being made. So chloroplast is the part in the leaf which is a cell organelle. It is containing the pigment called chlorophyll. Now, again a diagram is given here. You can see sunlight. Sunlight is taken in by the leaves, the carbon dioxide is taken through the stomata by the leaf, and the water is taken up by the roots. And finally, what are the products formed? Oxygen and sugar. What is the sugar formed? Glucose. Glucose is the sugar produced by photosynthesis. Now, the process by which green plants prepare food is called as photosynthesis. Okay, during this process, solar energy is getting converted into chemical energy. Which energy? Chemical energy, and carbohydrate is being formed. Green leaf is the main site of photosynthesis. Different questions can be asked. Which is the site of photosynthesis? What are the different raw materials needed for photosynthesis? So according to the question, you need to answer it. The green portion contains pigment called chlorophyll, which is present in the chloroplast. Now the equation, very important and repeatedly asked. You please check this equation and learn it from NCERT. CO2 plus H2O, carbon dioxide plus water, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives us glucose and oxygen. Now, question arises: how autotrophic nutrition occurs in plants using photosynthesis? So for this, carbon dioxide, sunlight, water are the raw materials. The sunlight provide energy. The chlorophyll is absorbed by the sunlight. Carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate, and finally oxygen is getting oxidized to release water is getting oxidized to release oxygen. So the last step is important. Water is getting oxidized to release oxygen. How water is taken up by the plants? They are taken through the soil from the roots. The main green pigment is very important, and what is the function of the green pigment? Trapping the sunlight for photosynthesis. Now, the next question which is importantly asked is, what are the steps involved in photosynthesis, or what are the events of photosynthesis? So there are 3 events given in NCERT. I have split it into 4 here. You can remember it as absorption of light by chlorophyll, conversion of light into chemical energy, and splitting of water molecule into hydrogen, oxygen, and finally reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate. So you can remember it as ACSR. A for absorption, C for conversion, R for reduction. Now, what are the different kinds of raw materials? They have given here again sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, and water. These are the raw materials. How do raw materials for photosynthesis become available to plants? So water comes from the soil with the help of a tissue which is called as xylem tissue. Okay, the xylem tissue is very important, which is present in the roots and the stem, which helps in conduction of water and minerals. Now carbon dioxide, which will come in the leaves through stomatas. Next we have the site of photosynthesis. Separately site is mentioned. You can write chloroplast in the leaf, which contains chlorophyll. The steps are repeated here again: absorption, conversion of light, splitting of water molecule together, and finally reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. So these are the steps involved or events of photosynthesis. So the process in detail we can write as: sunlight activates chlorophyll, which leads to splitting of water molecule. The hydrogen which is released by splitting of water is utilized for the reduction of carbon dioxide to produce carbohydrate. So the hydrogen released by the splitting is utilized for the reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. And what are the byproducts? Oxygen is a byproduct, and the carbohydrate which is produced is stored in the form of starch. Very important. The storage form of carbohydrate is starch, and the product is glucose. Okay, so this is all about photosynthesis. In my next class, I will be teaching you about stomata. In detail, we will see about stomata. If a short note or a short answer is asked, how you will be attempting that. Okay, till then, hope you like the video. Please like and share.